YouTube, what's going on? Andrew Darling here. Mr. Darling 4, guys. This is my law school journey. This is the video. These are the grades for my entire 1L year of law school. So as you guys know, I posted my first semester grades already. Second semester grades finally came out yesterday. So I wanted to get them posted real quick this morning. Quick recap. We'll recap first semester grades. We'll talk about second semester grades. And then we're going to talk real quick, just kind of a special part for me. So if you only want to see the grades, I'm going to get that out of the way first. Recapping first semester, I had an A- in civil procedure, I had a B in torts, I had a C+ in lawyering process, or LP, or legal writing, whatever you want to call it. Also had a D+ in IPR, or intro to professional responsibility. So I bombed that final, did pretty bad, and then I received a pass on legal authority and syntax. So after my first semester, I ended up with a 2.76 GPA. I was in the top 27 percentile of my class. I was 50-something out of 180-something, I think was what the math worked out to be. So I don't have my class ranking yet as of this next semester, but I set a goal after last semester. I said, listen, I'm going to get back to a 3.0. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm working towards. And the way I'm going to do that is by doing all the reading, putting in the work, and like I said, just doing the legwork. So did I do it? Well, we'll see. Going through my grades for this semester, I'm going to just knock out the two research classes. So I had Research Edge, which I received a pass in, which kind of teaches you all different types of research, how to, where to, just sort of the getting together of all the thoughts that you need to research properly, and then actually going and doing it. So Research Edge was tremendously helpful. My professor was really awesome, and I got a pass for that class. Another class is a PIP class, so it's Problems in Practice. That's what it is. And my professor for that, also phenomenal, incredibly smart professor, and I got a pass in that class. So that class we went through and did a complaint, and then we did an amended complaint and a couple other things. So this is more real world sort of practitioner stuff. But to get into the rest of the grades, I'm going to go with my worst grade first this semester. So my worst grade was a B. I got a B in contracts, which I'm pretty proud of. I was right at average. If you guys remember at midterms, average was like 5.85 and I was at 5.5. So I was right below average actually. I ended up with a B in contracts. I ended up with a B in LP, LP2, so lawyering processes, legal writing. So I had a C+ in LP1 and I ended up with a B in LP2. I'm incredibly proud of that. That took so much work and so much heartache. One of the weekends, one of the assignments was due. My daughter had a volleyball tournament up here in Charlotte, and I went from school on Friday to spending the night at a friend's house here in Charlotte. My daughter came up on Saturday for a volleyball tournament, and I dropped her off that morning. I spent the day at school writing. Then I went and saw the end of her volleyball tournament, then came back to school while my wife took her home. And I'm so proud of that B. Like, that B is probably the hardest B I've ever received in my life, just for struggle-wise. But I ended up with a B in contracts, a B in LP, and then I ended up with a B+ in property. So going into property, I did not feel good at all about the final. I knew quite a bit about property, and I knew mostly how to apply it. I felt like I was missing some of the knowledge itself. I know how to apply it. The concepts tend to make sense in most scenarios. There's just so much to cover. I ended up with a B+ in property, and then sort of my baby for the semester was criminal law. I really enjoyed criminal law. I love the thought process behind it, the theory, the application. And in criminal law, I ended up with my first A in law school. So it was a small class, probably 30 people-ish. I don't even know if there was 30 people in it. So the way our curve is set up, 10% of the class gets A's or A-minuses. So if there was 30, there were only 3 of us that got an A. And I didn't get the highest grade in the class. I wish I did, but I didn't. I don't know who did yet. I've kind of asked around. I've got it kind of narrowed down to a couple people. But so I'm assuming I'm one of 2, maybe 3 A's. Maybe one of those A's was an A-. I'm so proud of that. Like, criminal law, growing up where I grew up, I probably have way too many friends that are going to be excited about the prospect of me being a criminal law attorney, which, look guys, I don't know. We'll see in a couple years what happens. But, so I went from that 2.76 my first semester. This semester I had a 3.31 GPA. In order to keep your scholarship, you have to have a 3.0. So my final GPA for my first year of law school is a 3.04. So I'm excited about that. I'm proud. I put in the work. It wasn't easy, man. It wasn't easy. That much I can tell you. My whole first semester, my wife was deployed. Now that I've kind of told you my grades, if this is the first time you're getting any of my videos, man, listen, I appreciate it. So I'm closing in on like 300 subscribers, and this is just me talking about law school. It's just me talking about my first year. Grades videos are a big part of what I do, why I've decided to do it. But it's not me. Like, I came to school and I did the work and I did the readings and I did all this other stuff. Man, listen, I drive 15 hours a week for school. I don't do well when somebody tells me something I can't do. My wife has been incredibly supportive of me. My family's been incredibly supportive of me. My classmates have been fantastic. Like, I've made some of my best friends, and we've only known each other for 10 months. Law school has been hard, it's been difficult, but it's been some of the most rewarding work that I've ever done. I am so grateful to my family, my wife especially, for helping out with my kids. My kids, I mean, I haven't made it to every single sporting event. I missed one of my son's soccer weekends because I had a paper due. I missed one of my daughter's volleyball tournaments because I had a paper due. My kids and my wife are giving up a lot to allow me to be successful. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so excited. I have a couple close friends that already know my grades. I have a couple close friends from law school. And it's everything to set a goal and go get it. It means everything. And for me to be able to do that after, having a 2.76, which it's not terrible. You're figuring out law school. It's your first semester. But it means a lot to me to know that when I set my mind on doing something, that I have tangible results. I have actual results that I can go back and look at and just kind of say, dang, like, I said I was going to do that and I did it. And that means a lot to me. And having a 3.0 on a C curve is a big deal. It's hugely important to me. It's a big deal. And I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. Jennifer, my wife, thank you. I love you. You are incredible. I couldn't do this without you. And I know that. My classmates know that. But I am so excited for the rest of law school, the rest of our lives. But thank you so much, baby. I love you. Everybody who's watching the video, if you've made it this far, like, thank you. I mean, I appreciate it. It makes sense to me when I get such great feedback about why I do these sorts of videos and if they make sense and if anybody's getting anything out of them. It's important to me. So thank you guys so much. Reach out to me. I've had so many prospective law students, so many people at other law schools reach out to me. On Twitter, at Mr. Darling 4, on Instagram, at Mr. Darling 4. I mean, most of what you're going to see on Instagram is my kids and me and my wife and sometimes the dog. But this journey is, I'm being transparent to help other people make a decision. In my heart of hearts, I know I'm going to be successful in law school because I'm willing to put in the work. Other people might not be willing. And if they're not, I'd rather them know before they go to law school than to go to law school and find out. So that's part of why I'm doing this. And like I've said before, the other part is keeping myself accountable. If I'm posting my grades, I better get good grades. So wrap up, I guess. What is that? I went from a 2.76 to a 3.31 in semesters. I have a 3.04 overall GPA. I don't know my class rank yet. I'll probably post that once I get it. Just thank you. Like, I've done a lot of this work, but it's not because of me. It's because of my family. It's because of my friends. It's because of folks that have given me the opportunity to do this. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful to the Charlotte School of Law for letting somebody who makes a decision relatively last minute come to law school and experience the incredible things I've experienced for the last 9-10 months. So if you made it this far, go ahead and click like on the video, click subscribe, check out some of my stuff. I'm gonna do a couple more videos about this summer. And I'm getting ready for my 2L year. I'm officially a 2L in law school, a second year law school student. Man, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, guys, I mean it. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Take care.